6 o'clock. I was like, no, we're not started yet.
What the hell?
These are going to be on the rollers though, so it'll be interesting. Those don't fall off next to me.
Did you do Helen Pierpont then today, Joe?
No, I did it by the river.
Did you?
It was awful.
Yeah, a little bit soggy.
Yeah, just a little bit. I did it first thing, and I hate running first thing, but I kind of out of the way. But depending on what I do this weekend, I might do it again.
Yeah.
Sorry?
I'm going to be in trouble because I haven't done my 5K yet today. Steve's going to whip my ass. I'll have to take it off my estimator.
When he said he was letting you all do what you want, I knew that was a lie.
That is such a lie.
So bad.
I can't believe I'm the one with the reputation for being the drill sergeant. It's actually So what do we get for this then? 50 kms?
Yeah.
Sore legs. You get sore legs. That's what you do for doing this.
I've already got sore hips from yesterday.
Yesterday was easy.
Not for me and Joe it wasn't. We did 4 disciplines yesterday.
Hey, up, he's got his full kit on.
Don't expect any sympathy from me.
Wayne needs business.
Oh, look at you as well, darling, with your kit on.
Oh, look away.
These were working earlier and they're not working now.
I can't see whether you can see us both there. Whether you really want to.
Is somebody recording this, or have I done it by mistake? I think.
No, it's now recording, so mind your language.
You can't see everybody.
Because we've got this Swift thing on. Can we not just...
That's the whole idea of having a Swift thing on. Stop whinging.
Well, it's a... Well, you guys on Zwift can be on Zwift, can't you? And us Zooming can, like, chat to each other.
We're just going for a leisurely poop hole.
Yeah, we just got a feature on where we get the 50k. You don't have to do anything.
Exactly. I just sit here.
Yeah.
It's nice to see you taking this challenge seriously. Oh, kids, okay, who's got 2 more on Zwift?
Who's that warming up on Zwift then? Is that you, John? Oh, look,
So,
there's that.
yeah, so I'm the one in the fluorescent sort of random top.
I think I'm there as well, yeah.
Yeah, and I presume
Oh,
Louis
my
is
God.
with us as well.
Fucking hell, him. I feel like I'm going to fall off the weight.
No, are you Wayne stabilizer?
Yeah, it's awful. But I don't like this.
Concentration.
No, that's me, I think. I don't know how that's happened, but whatever. I suppose I get released off the turbo once it starts. I don't know.
Yeah, it'll just start in 12 seconds.
I'm like a horse, a stallion in the starting gate, aren't I?
That's the first time you've ever been described as a stallion. Right, it's being
I have to do it
recorded.
myself, no one else is going to.
Here we go. So you've got a 10-minute warm-up, and
I've already done that.
oh, excellent. So hopefully, I haven't set my
Can't really hear you,
bloody
John.
workout. Can you not?
It's on a speaker.
Hang on, actually, yeah. I might put you on our speaker. All right.
I've already managed to make a mistake on this because I haven't downloaded my warm-up. 2 seconds. Menu. This is the impressive bit of being able to pedal and log this at the same time. There we go. Right, should, on your screen, you should be able to see the workout in the top left-hand corner. Hopefully.
I can see a map.
You can see
No,
a
I
map,
can't.
top left-hand corner.
Now all I can see is the watts and the RPM.
All right, okay, it might come through in a second. I should be screen sharing at some point. Anyway, basically, you don't need to know. What we'll do is a bit of a warm-up, about 14 minutes in total. So we'll take you up to just below your STP if you're using power, or that's just below your threshold heart rate, about 10 beats below that if you're just using heart rate, or until you get tired if you're using none of the above. The whole set is simply going to be 8 lots of hill climbs. They last 2 minutes apiece, and we'll be aiming to go quite low cadence, so a cadence of about 60. It does hurt. Your power, if you're on anything that's measuring power, probably won't be much above your FTP, because it hurts quite a lot to go above your FTP at a cadence of 60. If you're like June and you've loaded your ERG mode this time round, I've made it a little bit easier, because last time it was far too difficult. So at this stage, try and keep your cadence quite high, so at least 80. And whoever I can still hear in the background, could you mute?
Me.
Right, that's better. I can hear myself now. Right, so up the power a little bit. You shouldn't be finding this stressful at this point. Get the cadence up. You're going to be using all of your muscle groups at the same time on each revolution, so they all need to be nicely warmed up. Okay, so you should be increasing your resistance just a little bit more. At this point, try and spin your legs up a little bit to get your cadence above 90. And if you can, get it up to about 100. June, I'm watching you pedaling and you're not going fast enough. Faster, faster, faster. So we're about halfway through a warm-up now. If you've never done hill reps on your bike before with a high resistance and a low cadence, you might want to fiddle a little bit at this point to try and find what settings and what gear works best for you. Base everything round, getting a cadence of 60. So you can do that at the moment. Drop your cadence down, put your resistance up, and try and gauge how much you need so you can get through the 2 minutes. Find it difficult at the end, but then you get your 2 minutes of relaxation, get a breath back from that. So if you're using your own FTP for this, then I'd be aiming for about 70% of your FTP at the moment in the warm-up. It's not going to go much higher than this, but you'll have a period of time at this just to warm your legs up properly. You should now be nearing about 80% of your FTP or about your half Ironman bike leg, something like that. So not as hard, as an Olympic, certainly not as hard as a 10-mile time trial, but not pottering along either. Okay, so for the last couple of minutes, raise your power up a little bit more, just by raising your cadence. Get your legs really spinning. We don't go straight into the set. We do have a 2-minute breather. That'll allow you to sort your gears out, make sure you know where you should be, and then we'll get cracking. All right, so that's the end of our warm-up period. This is you trying to get the idea of where your rest, power and cadence is going to be. So you need a reasonable cadence, at least 85, it can be higher than that. A reasonable power, certainly well below your FTP, but not just spinning around. Probably very similar to where you would do overs and unders if you've done them recently with Stephen. Right, hopefully now you're all nicely warmed up. You don't have much of a break until we hit the first set. Hopefully you've got your gears ready. If not, sort that now. Know where you're going to change into. You don't have to waste any time as you go into 2 minutes. And we've got 30 seconds before the fun starts. Okay, everyone ready? 5 to go. Start cranking on the power. 3, 2, 1. Let your cadence drop. Aim for 60. Easy to count, 1 a second. Two minutes of this. It shouldn't feel too difficult yet. If it's very hard now, change your target a little bit. We won't get through all 8 if it is. It should be like pedaling through treacle. You should still be seated. You should be concentrating on turning the pedals and pulling and pushing all the way around. So if you're on a watt bike, you're getting those nice peanut shapes and not just 2 spikes pointing out each way. You should be sitting upright, hands gently on the top bar. Try not to sit in your hood, that bends you over a little bit too far. Stop using your glutes, which are the big muscles that are going to get you up hills. Try not to grip the bar too tightly either, no point in wasting energy. And use your core to keep yourself still and let your legs do the hard work. Five to go. 3, 2, 1. Drop the power. Allow your legs to spin up. Aim for a good 85, 90. Will be nice enough. Drop the power in between. If you want to make this a lot harder for yourself, try and ride at a low tempo pace during the 2-minute gap. But definitely keep your legs ticking over quite quickly. That's really important on these ones. Stop lactic acid building up too much. It's almost a bunch of happy faces. "45 seconds to go, and then we'll do the same again." Okay, 20 seconds. Remember, want to keep power down all the way through the stroke on both legs. Try and maximize the push across the top and the push down, the stroke along the bottom, and offloading the pedal as it comes back up again as well. So power on, here we go. Drop the cadence down. It'll feel quite hard now if you've just chucked a lot of cadence onto your turbo. It makes it easier. Focus on one leg at a time. Just get that one leg working, then focus on the other one. Get that other leg working. Make sure your glutes are working. Try and gain as much power as you can from them. They don't fatigue quite as easily. Oh, I've just got a new bike. "40 seconds to go." Ignore that banner coming up. It doesn't exist for us. And there we go. 2, 1, back down again. Let your legs spin up, give them a good break. So if you can clearly see the numbers on my screen, heart rate's at 156. That's pretty much my threshold heart rate. In a normal threshold set, after 4 minutes, I wouldn't be there. This is a lot harder. And after 4 minutes, I would still be able to talk normally as well. Right, hope everyone's legs are doing well. That's 2, 25% through. Wave if you're happy. 1, just 1. Just think of the 50 extra kilometers you're getting for being here. Right, nearly there again. Ready to chuck the power up. 5 to go. 3 to go. 2, 1, power on. Minute to go, halfway through this set. We're well into it now, so this should be putting a bit of pressure through your quads especially. Your glutes may or may not be sore. If you've got any pain in your knees at all, back the power off. Allow your cadence to increase a bit. You put an awful lot of pressure through your knees, which is never good. 10 seconds to go. That's our banner. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Power back off. Let your legs spin up. Make this bit as easy as you feel you need to. This is nothing but recovery. You're not going to gain anything from making this a bit hard if you don't want to. Halfway through this spin down, another minute to relax. The next set, that'll take us through the halfway mark. A good time to reevaluate what your gear choice is actually like and whether you think you're going to get to the end. If you feel it's too hard, leave it exactly where it is and die trying. Second, 10 seconds to go. Halfway mark. 3, 2, 1, power on. Off we go. If anyone's still finding this easy, increase your resistance a bit. Don't try and spin your legs faster, that makes it even easier. It's quite hard to sit bang on 60, it feels very slow for lots of people. Certainly does for me, so it's really uncomfortable. Keep going, 30 seconds to go on this one. Then you know you've hit halfway. Five to go. 3, 2, 1. Power off. Spin your legs up. That's a halfway point. For anyone that's starting to set up Zwift meetups, those extra options got added last month. We've put all of them on for this one. So you're allowed to choose your course. And where we're at, Richmond in Yorkshire, sorry, not Richmond, Harrogate in Yorkshire. We've also got no other people on the course with us, so we don't get taken up by a Spanish consortium flying by. And we've also got Keep Together, which means that no matter how hard you try, you can't get rid of the other people. As long as you keep pedaling, you'll always stay with them. Right, a minute to go. So, hope everyone's feeling good. For those of you that find this just a little bit too easy, Ash looks fine. Yeah, absolutely fine. Increase your resistance a bit, Ash. June, you can up yours as well. You did this at a much higher power last week, 2 weeks ago now. Much higher. You haven't even got your t-shirt off yet. Right, 15 seconds to go. That's our banner. Let's hit number 5. So if you're feeling adventurous, now's the time. Increase that resistance. Whatever you've been doing before, get to your STP at least. Above it if possible. If you want to keep up with June, I think he was at 120% of his STP last time we did this. He survived. Right, now that you're getting tired, it's even more important to concentrate on your pedaling technique. Really let those pedals come all the way around. Pressure on at all points that you can manage. Splits up the workload between different muscle groups. Allows a little reprieve to those that are working very hard. If you can generate smooth power at this sort of pace and resistance, when you take the resistance down a little bit, allow your cadence to come up, that muscle memory remains, so you're pedaling more efficiently at a higher RPM, using less energy overall. You don't tire as easily. Ten seconds to go. Really broken the back of it now. Power off. 3 to go. Make sure you manage to drink in these 2 minutes. I'm dripping in here. I've got the garage door open and the floor's still wet. Are everyone's knees all right? Yes, happy? Nice waves? Yes, thumbs up, not dead. Thumbs up, yes, excellent, well done. We can't see you, Louis, but you're younger than I am, so I think you'll be fine. And fitter. "30 seconds to go. And then it's a 3, 2, 1 countdown. All right, 5 seconds, ready with the power. 3, 2, 1, power on. 3 to go, folks. Make it count. Halfway through this one, minute to go. Keep concentrating. This is where it's going to get very difficult now. This is number 6 you've done now, so it's a lot of time and a lot of resistance. "30 seconds. If you've been pushing yourself, this is where you don't see the end really. Keep digging. Back to resting. 11 seconds. June, what's happened to you? You're down to 2 watts a kilo. And relax.
What's that, John?
I can see your power output just dropped off. Oh, there you go. Oh, it's all right. You're alive.
I think I'm a bit out of sync with you and Ash for some reason. I still got to work out though. It's hard work.
Oh, that's probably because I started mine at the wrong time. So
Okay.
It's not entirely my fault. I have remembered to record it this week, which is one step above my normal. A minute to go. Right, 20 seconds for the rest of us. June is already off. So the final 2, if you've got this far and you're feeling all right, stick some more resistance on. Really give yourself a good try out. No pun intended. 3, 2, 1, up the power. Right, it's only 2 minutes. Suffer everything for 2 minutes. 20 seconds gone already. There we go, 25% of this one done. Hold that. Don't reduce the gears. Keep it there. Concentrate on your legs turning round efficiently, even though you're tired, and it's an abnormal cadence for most. Already halfway through this one. We're into the last 30 seconds. The horrible sounds you hear are my turbo, not my knees. Ten seconds to go. That's a banner ahead. 3, 2, 1, power off. So you've gone a bit deeper on that one. Make sure your legs are recovered as best possible in the next few minutes. So a minute to go. So this is the last one. I think everyone's still on the bike, so well done. This will be the toughest one. .30 seconds. Try and keep the same resistance if you've been doing the same for the last 7. If you've increased in the last 1 or 2, try and keep that increased resistance as well. There's only one left, don't back off now. 10 seconds to go. 3, 2, 1, power on, last time. Try not to grip the bars too tight. That's just a waste of energy. You want your hands just resting on them. Gentle grip. Using your core to stabilize yourself. Try not to bob in the saddle. Try not to swing from side to side. That's a minute. We've got a minute to go. Then it's time for a cool down. Not long to go, passing through the last 30 seconds. Grin and bear it. Last few strokes, concentrating your form. 15 seconds. There's our banner. June's already finished. And Ash is going to sprint for the finish. 3, 2, 1. Power off and spin. Oh, well done, everybody.
Nice one, John. Thank you. Well done, everyone.
Thanks, John.
Oh, you're not getting off yet. I have to stay on the bike. Proper cool down after this.
Yeah, no.
So I wouldn't advise doing anything strenuous tomorrow. A light spin only if you're going out on your bike, or not too much of the run. This should have taken a fair bit out of your legs, but hopefully by Saturday, you'll be nicely recovered and back on it.
Good now.
So during this cool down, keep your legs spinning. I don't care how much power you've got, and this needs to be a high cadence. So I'm sitting at about 90, which is comfortably quick for me. If you've been coming to the cadence drills, you should also be sitting at 90 and it should be comfortably quick. So June and Gudrun are in there. Anything below 150 is absolutely fine for them now. So for June, Ash and I were about to hit the random Zwift cool down that makes numbers up as it goes along. For the rest of you, gentle resistance, keep the cadence going. You should see and feel your heart rate slowly dropping. I don't tend to get off the bike until mine's below 120, but everyone's got a random number that they pick. Or in this case, depending when my dinner's ready, I'll get off the bike.
What power pedals would you recommend, John? Or would you not?
Sorry?
Power pedals.
Power pedals. So I'd recommend avoiding anything made by Garmin. Just
Okay.
nothing, just don't go near them. I've had 2 sets of Garmin 2s and I didn't like the design to start with and they both broke, so I sent them back and got refunds. And they broke
Okay.
relatively quickly in a couple of years. It depends what you want. If you want to be able to transfer from bike to bike quickly, I've gone to a company that was recommended to me by a friend of mine called Favero Asiomos, or Asiomas. And I am not technologically advanced, but to put them on requires 1 Allen key. And to bike with the degrease and regrease, it's under 3 minutes. So it doesn't hinder. The calibration on them is almost instantaneous across Zwift, my Wahoo Element, and people have been using Garmin head units, and it said it is 1 touch and instantly calibrates. They've got the best accuracy pretty much across all pedals that you can buy according to the reviews and people that know better than I. I would avoid cranks because every bike I have is a different length of crank. So I'd have to swap them all over every time, and I've never touched a crank in my life, so I avoid that. Whereas the pedals are dead easy. But the Asiomas.
On both pedals, John?
Sorry?
On both pedals, or just one?
2. They come out. You can get a single, which is called the Uno, or you can get the Duo, which is Italian. There's a little bit of a price difference between them, but they are much cheaper than the Garmin equivalent by about 200 quid.
How much are we talking?
About 550 for a pair, and I think it's just under 4 for the single, if I remember rightly. And they take Look cleats.
Can you send us a link through?
I can actually, yes.
Oh, just the name of them. That's cool. Thanks. Hi. Thanks for doing the guttering.
So the name of them is now in the chat, if you can see that.
I'm going to fall off if I look.
Right, I'm going to stop the recording, but we can keep pedaling just for obvious reasons that everyone will get bored at this point. I have no idea how to do that. Hello, there we go. Stop recording. Excellent. Yes, I do.